Just as the human muscle system consists of units of tissues connected to the skeletal system, skin, and other tissues, the structure of a dog's muscle is constructed in a similar way. In addition, both muscle systems use the contractional force to generate movement. Here, we will give a few examples. Muscles are made up of muscle fiber, which are comprised of myofibrils. Sarcomeres within the myofibrils are made up of I bands known as actin and A bands known as myosin. Through the use of contractile proteins such as troponin and tropomyosin, muscles are able to conduct contractions. The binding of calcium to troponin results in a conformational change in tropomyosin that uncovers the active sites on the actin molecule, which allows myosin to bind. This binding, along with a little help from ATP, allows our muscles to contract. There are also several different types of skeletal muscles. White muscles have a high Vmax and are also known as fast twitch muscles. Red muscles have a low Vmax and are known as slow twitch muscles. Most muscles contain both types of fibers, but their proportions differ. The first dog we'll talk about is Copper, a 2-year-old German short-haired pointer that currently resides with us at the Humane Society. Copper, who is a German short-haired pointer, is known for speed, power, agility, and endurance. His breed was made for hunting, and in doing so has given him the ability to run and run without ever getting tired. Breeds like Copper will have more red or slow twitch fibers as opposed to white and fast twitch fibers. Red muscles are skeletal muscles that are rich in capillaries, myoglobin, and mitochondria. Capillaries are very small vessels of the blood which deliver oxygenated blood to the muscles. This oxygen is taken up by a protein called myoglobin. The myoglobin then helps to supply the mitochondria with oxygen. They use oxygen, among other things, to produce lots of energy. Copper is equivalent to what we would know as a marathon runner in humans. He needs more red muscle fibers to keep his body going without tiring out, and while Copper doesn't have a bird or a rabbit to track, he sure will run for a ball all day long. These attributes of the red muscles allow dogs to maintain high stamina. Copper's breed is only one of many that is able to have high stamina. Other breeds include Afghan hounds, huskies, American and English foxhounds, Basenjis, black and tan coonhounds, and Irish wolfhounds. These are just a few breeds that can be lean, mean running machines with the help of red muscle fibers. Up next is the 5-year-old Keone and the 1-year-old Rowley. They are both beautiful pit bull mixes, also available here at Heartland. Keone and Rowley are 2 dogs we recently got transferred in from Maui who absolutely love playing together. As you can see, Keone is a bit bulkier than Copper, and Rowley is too. His muscles just hid under a little bit of fat. Unlike Copper, Keone and Rowley were meant for short bursts of energy. They can play for a little bit, but quickly become burnt out and would love to go back in, lay down, and take a nice drink. Dogs like Keone and Rowley have more white muscle fibers as they are meant for short and powerful contractions rather than continual like Copper. White muscle fibers have fewer capillaries, myoglobin, and mitochondria. White muscles contain fast twitch fibers, enabling them to contract real fast and with lots of force, but they can't sustain the contraction for very long before tiring out. Keone and Rowley can be compared to the sprinters and weightlifters of the human world. They only need their muscle contracting for a short period of time. Now, this isn't to say that Keone and Rowley don't have any red muscle fibers, because they do. They just likely have a higher proportion of white fibers. They will use their motor units containing slow fibers first to power normal contractions. Then, the fast white fibers will come in and help out when a particularly forceful contraction is required. These attributes of the white muscle allows dogs to have lots of strength. Other dog breeds that have great strength with little endurance, other than Keone and Rowley, include Dobermans, Rottweilers, King Corsos, and German Shepherds, just to name a few. If you noticed, many of these breeds are used as guard dogs due to their bulky nature, which can be attributed to the white muscle fibers, as they have larger diameters than the red muscle fiber, meaning they take up more room. And while all this muscle makes Copper, Keone, and Rowley strong and powerful dogs, sometimes animals are able to lose all this muscle mass, whether through leading a sedentary lifestyle or suffering from a disease, and this is called muscle atrophy. This next example features an orange, grumpy, old man cat who has captured the hearts of everyone here at Heartland.
We don't know exactly how old Timmy is, but we estimate somewhere between 16 and 18 years old. He has chronic kidney disease, or CKD. There are many symptoms of CKD, but the first one we can see in Timmy is his skeletal muscle atrophy. If the kidneys aren't functioning properly, urea and creatinine are not filtered out after their metabolism process. When these aren't removed, he can feel nauseous and not want to eat. This, along with his age, makes his skeletal muscle mass look like almost nothing. He has gotten to the stage of atrophy with fiber loss, and it is extremely difficult to replace those lost fibers. With a specialized KD diet, his includes added joint support, anti-nausea medications, and supplemental fluids, his condition is manageable and makes his quality of life much better so he can be the boss a lot longer.